James will take the fall for this. Are the last words Qrow speaks to Clover before his passing. Now, we find ourselves in a possible scenario where we may see Qrow versus Ironwood. What is good with you guys? It is your man's Monarch here, and today we're talking about two bros who have been through the ringer in terms of emotional standpoints during Volume 7. One definitely more so than the other. The other kind of had it happen to him a little towards the end because he was kind of chilling through most of the volume, but you kind of get my point. Ironwood versus Qrow. Qrow versus Ironwood. How do we do this possible scenario? What do we do when we get past the character select screen and we get in the arena to brawl? How is the setup? So, essentially, what we got here is a moment, because we know where that Qrow is going to be, like, in prison, more than likely, starting Volume 8, right? So, essentially, what we're going to have to do is Qrow's going to need to break out, right? He's definitely going to need to get out. Now, whether that is going to be through his own means or, someone else going to help him bust out, possibly like Robin or anyone else, I don't know. But, Qrow definitely gets out. So, at this moment, what is he going to need to do? And he's going to either, A, need to take on Ironwood without his weapon, because I already have a feeling it's going to turn into like one of those moments in a game where, you get caught by the villain or caught by somebody and you're thrown in a cell and your items are unequipped, right? Like, you would need to, like, go find wherever they put them and you gotta go get your items back. Kind of like if anyone has ever played Tales of Symphonia and you get thrown in by either the Renegades or the Designs. I forgot which faction that was that caught you. And you need to, like, get out of the cell and then you go and get your items back, right? So, essentially, from that point on, Qrow could have, like, two options. He goes in to face Ironwood without his scythe, which, to me, in my opinion, that is a very dumb move. Because, it's like, you could rush this dude, like, pure hands alone. But, worst case scenario, he turns around, he caps you, you're done. Like, as long as he gets that one shot off, like, I don't know what's going to happen to Qrow from that point. So, it is probably better if he goes and gets his scythe, right? So, if Qrow were to go and get his scythe, I could definitely see the edge definitely being more towards Qrow and Crow's favor, given the fact of, well, Ironwood is kind of, crippled to this point, right? He's down an arm during his battle against Watts, so we don't know how that is going to be going moving forward, because there's, like, two possible scenarios. We don't get, a possible Qrow versus Ironwood until, like, Ironwood somehow, like, magically gets his arm recovered, fully healed, everything's good, or, that arm is getting amputated, and he's getting a mecha arm, and he'll be back to two-arm action, and he will definitely be packing all the heat possible. So, we either get a desperate future Gohan fighting, Ironwood, or we get, a recovered Ironwood mecha arm throwing full hands and slinging bullets. We don't know which would be the case. So, if he's still crippled and he's, like, out here fighting like future Gohan, he's one-armed, we're definitely seeing, like, most of it go into Qrow's favor. Unless, as I said, this will be a more, desperate and ready Ironwood, given everything he's faced thus far. He's not gonna be about, going down now. So, unless he tries some crazy shit and starts wilding during the fight and gets a good shot off, like I said before, Qrow is definitely more likely going to take it. Now, if he somehow has both arms again, like, by the time it does go down, if it goes down, and he has a fully healed arm or a mechanical arm, well, we already know what's possibly going down here, because I don't know what is going to give first, because we're gonna have, this huntsman in Qrow taking on Ironwood, or is it gonna just be Ironwood being able to, like, body Qrow with just all his military prowess that he's gained for so many years? We don't know at that point, because I definitely would imagine Qrow being a much tougher opponent than Watts for Ironwood at this point. So I imagine Ironwood is going to be able to throw a lot more hands at this point. He's going to be kind of be more on his toes. Like, he's going to have to be like, think more outside the box to even be able to, take on Qrow. However, the thing about it is, the difference between, Ironwood versus Watson, Ironwood versus Qrow at this point is, it's going to be normal gravity and you're not, like, jumping all over the place and shit. It'll be more of a standard fight. So, I'm pretty sure both of them will be able to pull off a lot more shit, like, since both of them are going to be able to have steady footing the entire fight. So, that'll be a definite upside for both of them, given they're not inside, like, the communications tower, and they're not floating around zero gravity, jumping around Tetris shapes. So, that's going to be a definite upside. We'll also see a naturally grounded fight between the two. Now, I could see it possibly being more edged out towards, Ironwood's favor, possibly, if we see a moment if he has, both arms again. But if it's still a crippled one-armed Ironwood, then he's going to either have to hope he can get the perfect shot and keep Qrow far away enough, or Qrow is just going to go in and be able to take it no problem. Now, Qrow could possibly take this no problem if it were to stay one-on-one, because this is a very variable sort of situation here, because Ironwood wouldn't exactly be alone unless he could get him alone. And what I mean by this is, Ironwood has the Ace-Ups with him currently. Like, as we saw in, like, the recent trailer for RWBY Volume 8, Ironwood kind of has the Ace-Ups with him around at that point while he's talking to somebody that's in a bed. Could be Winter, could be Robin, I don't know. But at that point, Ace-Ups are there with him. So at this point, we could get a possibility where Qrow tries to go in and throw the hands, but the problem will be Ace-Ups are there, they can easily surround him, easily drop him. It'll be the fact of like a 5v1 match is gonna be pretty fucked for Qrow. Like, I don't know what he'll be able to do at that point with a 5v1 match, because you have to deal with a speedster, the aura energy equivalent of, fucking Luffy, essentially. You've got a tank, and then you've got someone that could easily stop you given command. So there is that. And then, should he get involved, you also have Ironwood. Now, if they're smart and are able to, like, mend a lot of their shit together, or, you just have the dude that can hold you on command. You have Marrow, essentially, just be like, okay, stop, or stay, or whatever. Qrow's immediately halted. They can easily fold his ass, and then he's immediately getting put down and thrown back in his cell, or put in a worse cell to, make sure he does not pull any of the same shit ever again. Now, at this point, should they all just rush in, jump Qrow, I don't know what's gonna happen for that. Like, he's just immediately gonna get bodied. Now, if we come to a situation where Qrow is somehow able to pick them off, this will just be a very, very sad but interesting, like, 5v1 or 4v1 battle. Now, that's for Ironwood's side, should he have, people helping him. While Qrow does have, people that could, someone that could help him, essentially, it doesn't really help him in the long run, because the only one that might be able to help him a little bit would be that of Robin. And the problem with this is the fact of, last we saw Robin, she kind of needed medical attention. Now, she was looking a little okay, like, when she was, like, edging towards Qrow while just trying to comfort him, given the fact of, like, bro, Clover's dead. He lost a bro. But in this case, I don't know whether or not she got medical attention already or not. She got fixed up. Or if she's needing to go in, and that is the person that Ironwood is talking to in the Volume 8 trailer. Now, if so, and she's not 100% fully healed, we're going to have a problem with that, because, well, actually, it wouldn't even matter, because either it be a fully healed Robin, a damaged Robin, whichever the case, I don't see it going 100% well, because, should both sides have the corners filled, and we have Ironwood and the Aesops, and we have Qrow and Robin, I don't know how well that's going to go, because if they have to do it from a direct approach, then we already know Robin is not the greatest when it comes down to, hand-to-hand combat. That's why she wasn't doing most of it when, her, Qrow, and Clover took on Tyrion. That's why she wasn't throwing that much hands. She was barely throwing hands, if at all. She was mostly just shooting her crossbow arrows. Now, here's the other way around that this could actually, benefit them and they could possibly edge this out. Is in the event that they do it like this. You guys remember like most of those points during a game where it's like, it's a bit of a stealth mission and you had to take out like security, you had to take out some guards, take out some people, right? So, here's what you could do. I don't know if this will work. I really don't. And this would be pushing it in their case. It really will be. Is the fact of, okay, here's what we could do. Is have both Qrow and Robin snipe everybody, right? Either snipe everybody or they just snipe Ironwood, right? That's the thing. And I have an issue with this sort of scenario for sniping him for, 2 reasons. One, I'm not even sure if it's gonna fucking work. I really don't even know if they could even get away with that, given, the Aesops are with them, they have full security, and this is gonna be a bit of a stretch to get to work. Now, we'll say it does work, alright? Say it does work. Here's the thing that I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. Because I already know, even if your guard's down, you get owned, you're losing your aura. So, I'm looking back at the scene where, Ironwood shot Oscar, right? So, the thing about it is, Oscar didn't see it coming, obviously. He had no idea, he was gonna get shot. And that was just in full plain view. Just got shot in what looked like the stomach, and he just went down. He was falling for a while. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen if they just snipe this dude. Like, in any part of the body, could be the back, just any part of the body, like, even worst case scenario, the head, right? And if they go for the head, weirdest logic, weirdest case scenario, they shoot him in the head, or whichever, even lower, whatever. They shoot him. They snipe him. What's gonna happen at that point? Because it's one thing if, like, you're just shot, you see it happen. But it's another if it just happens out of nowhere. You are just outright blindsided. You're just shot. And you're just gonna go down. Now, I don't know, like, will your aura protect you at that point? Or are we gonna have a point where your aura's not coming in clutch for you, buddy, and you're just gonna go down and you're possibly gonna die, depending on where they shoot him, if they snipe this dude. That's the thing. Someone in the comment section below, definitely let me know what would essentially happen if, they go for the snipe idea, and they possibly, in any weird case scenario, shoot Ironwood in the head. Is it just his aura that's going, or is Ironwood certifiably just dead? Like, I want to say his aura is just gonna go, but given, like, the weirdest stuff that can immediately just happen, like, what are the odds moments that have just gone on in RWBY thus far, I don't want to get my hopes up, because it's just like, I am not 100% of, like, the persuasion of just, like, wanting Ironwood to outright die, but should we hit that scenario and they snipe him, that's just in the air of what happens. He's either gonna die or he's just gonna lose his aura. Plot take the wheel on that one. Writers do what they will. Now, the other thing is alright, what then happens to the Aesops? Because if they snipe him, Ironwood goes down, they're gonna need to definitely flee the scene, because they may have the Aesops on their tail and they're gonna need to fade fast. Or, they snipe in the Aesops as well, they all go down, and they walk away alive. Like, they just get out of there perfectly fine. Qrow gets his W. That is just gonna be, like, the consensus for that, should they take that strat. But other than that strat alone, on that 5v2, we saw the possibility of them not being able to get away with a stealth plan. But that's going to do it for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What do you see happening if we do get this Qrow versus Ironwood scenario? Who do you see having the edge? Who do you think would win? How do you see it all going down by the end of it? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like and subscribe if you have not already. And if you want more updates on the channel when the video ends, definitely head over to Twitter at xmonarch1 and give me a follow there. And if you want to catch me gaming in real time live, definitely head over to Twitch at xmonarch and give me a follow there as well. Been streaming a lot of Genshin Impact recently, so if you're a fan of that, definitely head over to Twitch and we can just chill, talk about RWBY, anime, and shit while playing that good shit. So, I'll be leaving a link to both my Twitter and Twitch in the description below, and until next time guys, I'll be seeing you later.